morning. Is it morning? Is it morning? It is afternoon. Good afternoon. I did wake up around 10, so excuse me. And then did skincare, doing a favorites video. This is not the favorites video, but this makeup will be for that favorites video. We're not putting them together because otherwise this would be a long video and take forever to process on YouTube and will not go as soon as I would like. So with that, yeah, all the products I will be using will not necessarily be my favorites, but yeah. So let us start with, and this is a lovely kind of Christmassy holiday sweater. So this is very nice, so I'm gonna put a cape on. Just wanted y'all to see what I was working with originally. Okay, let us do that first. No. Okay, just put sunscreen on. I'm not gonna worry about blotting my face. It's fine. It's sunk in. We are going to use one, Danessa's Universal. Still working on it. And we're gonna use her brush, which I have not used since, when was the last time? December's throwing me off because I haven't gone anywhere to necessarily wear makeup a lot. So I'm just gonna put a nice coating in there. Oh, it's not even. Okay, that's even-ish. The thing I like about her stand is even though I got that on there, I could put it on here. You see that space while I'm putting away the primer or the balm powder. I don't know if you could put on too much of this, so I'm gonna go like that a little bit, move it around, and you see there's nothing there. I'll just prime my hand since I'm gonna put stuff on it. And when did I shave my head? I'm trying to think. I don't remember when I shaved my head last. Let's get the ears since makeup may go near there. Okay. Put that out of the way. Yeah, last time I did makeup was a week ago when I did the, went to the Christmas holiday party. So yeah. I'm trying to think, have I gone anywhere since then? No. So I am not sick. I think I had talked about, was I sick-ish? No. So I have a very slight cold, like a mild cold. I don't know if you can hear a little bit of congestion that's just started. So I can go the whole day and be fine, feel fine. But then I'll get this little tickle in my throat and start coughing, like hard coughing. Because it's like, I was telling my coworker, it felt like, you know how you eat oatmeal? And when the little oats will get stuck in your throat. And so it felt like that for like a few days, that I could not get rid of that oat. And I just realized today I don't have that feeling anymore. Like I said, I'll be fine, and then all of a sudden something dry, if I eat something like too dry or something, I need to set my eyebrows, I'll start coughing. There'll be, you know, something that's a catalyst, and I will cough real hard. And then, because I'm 46, if you know, you know. So if I have to use the bathroom in any sense, if you know, you know, it's like, damn it. So, yeah, because I was fine all day yesterday, other than a slight leaky, runny nose. once, but also I was going back and forth in different temperatures. And then last night, it may have even been this morning because I was up really late. I coughed, or I had one. I was eating a cupcake, and it had them edible paper things on it, and so I chewed a little bit of that, and that was the wrong thing to chew, and it started me coughing for like a few seconds. And so, like I said, otherwise, I feel fine. A little, malaise, I guess you could say. But otherwise, I'm also 46, so sometimes I randomly feel tired anyway. So I can't necessarily, say it's because of that. And I know I keep putting it right there. Okay. So, this is getting light, so I don't want to spray that too much. So I was dealing with that. And then I may sneeze. I usually sneeze like twice, back to back, once a day. That's become my new normal. That's been going on for several months. I haven't actually done that recently. And then, but these, because of the slight cold, will be like just once, and it's like shake your system kind of sneeze. So I'm like, okay. It's enough for me it's not enough for me to not go out in public kind of thing. It was enough for me to, that feeling I was feeling last week, I was like, there's no way I can go hiking. It's definitely was like, okay, but I can go to a function and sit there and be fine. Because since I started feeling whatever beforehand, I was like, and luckily that the party thing or what have you was outside. It wasn't outside, but it was in a house. Then we went outside, and the doors were open the whole freaking time. So there's air moving, what have you, like that. So it's definitely, I had the sweater on that I just put a beanie on, and otherwise I wasn't that cold. So we're going with Urban Decay Face Balm in 33. It's very watery. Before I shook it, I could see spaces. You think, I didn't use that much. But it was out, so we sat outside for a good minute. And then I was trying to twist, it's just pull. Tells you I haven't used it in a while. So we're gonna start with that. We're not starting with that, we're gonna do a different method. My bad. See, when you're used to doing the same method, that's why you are thrown off. So we're gonna start with concealer, which is Fenty. We're even. And as you see, I did my eyeshadow already. It's the Mini Bronze palette from Natasha Denona. I'm gonna put that over there because I have favorites on my bed that I already pulled out. So I can start that video, start that video right afterwards. So I could eat. I did not eat, which I know is a mistake. And then Fenty contour. And this is not the, the one step or the blend the whole thing out kind of video. That I haven't done that. One layer video, I haven't done it in a long time actually. It's similar. I've watched a few other creators or influencers who do this first and then use less foundation. Because I am going out, so I just wanted to do this kind of look less made up, even though I'm doing that one video. And so, because we're letting this dry down. But yeah, so that was mostly outside, and then like I said, the doors are open the whole time. Like I said, I wasn't sick, like, okay, worried about getting anybody else kind of sick kind of thing. It was a cold kind of thing. And I'm glad the hostess thought, hostesses thought, okay, let's keep these doors open kind of thing. Let air keep moving. And especially like, days before Christmas. So that was very thoughtful of them. And they went on a trip like 2 days later. We were out there late, like around, it was supposed to go to 1. And some people started leaving definitely by 1. I was like, oh, I didn't really plan on it. I was still there till 1. And then some of us were there till like 3, 4 in the morning. Yeah, it was 4 because I went to McDonald's right afterwards. And they were like, we don't start serving breakfast till 4:10. And I'm like, it was like 4:04. I was like, okay. Yes, I could have waited around, but I just went home. And what did I eat? I don't remember what I ate, but I just went home. So I was hungry, but I'm trying to think, what was in my house that I ate? Yeah, we just talking about different stuff, dating Black and Phoenix, and dating in general, and dating, within your financial bracket kind of thing. So it's like, okay, it was mostly, I was mostly listening. And then, because somebody said something towards the end or whatever, this one guy was talking, I was like, okay, there's a thing about communication kind of thing. Because I've been dealing with somebody who has not been communicating greatly. And so I was like, okay, let me ask you this. And I'm like, y'all know, these girls, they know I don't talk a lot. So I'm like, so that tells you, obviously. And I was like, I was saying, I'm like, I'm not angry or whatever. And they said, you say that and you're smiling as you say it. I'm like, what? I'm just looking in the corner of my apartment. I'm like, what is that right there? Is that a bad paint job? Or is that shadows? I'm like, hopefully there ain't nothing going on. Found it. This apartment, like, I definitely have to move out of this apartment after this lease, because the floor is slightly, it's adjusting. It was kind of weird when I first moved in, but it's adjusting even more. I can feel floorboards, and I'm like, y'all need to, y'all rip up these carpets, fix these floorboards too. My mother's like, they're not gonna do that. I'm like, they need to. Like, don't ask me for a review, because I will put the floorboards need to be freaking replaced. Okay, I'm gonna do the nose last. Okay. So, I realized I should have sprayed the whole face and then blended everything else out. And so, I just told them some communication issues I was dealing with, what have you, and they're like, okay. And so they're asking, when did this happen? And I was like, okay, I pulled up text and I'm like, this is a lot, kind of thing. And they're like, yeah, that's not you, that's them. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I'm not gonna say I'm not good at blocking people, but I like to keep things so I can bring it up. I'm like, no, this such, you said this, and this. Like, I have conversations over years, and like, I'm still trying to find a way to pull them out so that I could just, versus keeping them on the whole text chain forever on my phone. And then, so yeah, I wasn't blocking him, but just one lady was putting on, she's like, you need to, I'm like, thank you. Because, sometimes my mother would be like, what happened now, kind of thing, like with friends. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, you always act like it's my fault. I'm like, I didn't do anything. If this person stops talking to me, I'm like, that's on them. If this person who I've known 20-something years all of a sudden forgets that I've been part of their life for those 20 years before they got to this point, I'm like, that's not on me. That's on them, and that is their character. I'm like, Libras are loyal. So I'm like, it's not me. And so I'm just like, okay. But they were like, it's not you, Andre. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, these people just met me. Some of these people. So I was like, okay. It's good to know. Anyway, I'm trying to think what happened after that. Like I said, I didn't go hiking. And I kind of knew that wasn't going to happen before. Like I said, I went out. Like I said, I had no intention of staying out till 4 in the morning. But hiking at 9 or 10, what have you, yeah. Kind of solidified not happening. Well, like I said, I didn't want to be in the cold. Okay, so we got all that. And then now we're going to go in with foundation. I forgot to blend. So if I do move, it's when I do move. Hopefully it'll still be in this area because like all those things I just named are close by. So what's on my hand? Oh, I cleaned it off. So we're just gonna that should be enough. That might be more than enough. If you watch how I toss things or wherever, you kind of know what's gonna be in this video ahead of time. Okay, and that looks okay. See how it's slowly, it's matte, so okay, this is mostly clean. When did, again, a week ago. I don't remember what foundation I used last week. Nothing's coming off, it's fine. So we're just gonna go in. And I gave those little plastic things that I used, was it earlier this year or what have you, that turned out caused me an allergy. I gave those to my mother. We'll see if she uses those. And so with foundation, when you do it this way, you just kind of start right here. And so you're kind of blending things in. So it's less foundation. To figure out what is going on out there. In a way, you can kind of, some people would say it's underpainting what I did beforehand. But you're all kind of bringing things together. This dries very fast, so to help blend it out. Like, okay. I'll see the video later if I went down enough. Because I can't see because of the lights. But yeah, so you're kind of going over the edges of things. And over things. My hand is tired. So like maybe a new technique in 2025. I'm trying to think what I do all week. I worked Monday, Tuesday. I worked on Christmas, so time and a half. And I'm trying to think, did anything that whole time? I had mostly talking. I did some reading. It's very nice that even though we're 24/7, that some people realized it's a holiday. Do not harass us. There are some jobs, but just not for me. So that was nice. Nice change of pace. And then I had Thursday and Friday off. So Thursday, I literally I woke up late. I made my shashushka for the first morning of Hanukkah. And then I did some reading. I was reading a kind of a holiday book on my Kindle. Because I got the Kindle free, not the Kindle free, but the Amazon Unlimited for 2 months for free. So I was like, I've been downloading stuff on my Kindle. So I read this one book. I was not the book I realized after I finished it was not the book I originally wanted to read years ago that I had taken a picture of that I wanted to read. This was a total different one. One of those, it was like a Hallmark movie where they're like, bring the fake boyfriend home for Christmas kind of thing. I was trying to think that a few times the character, I'm just like, why you make this difficult more than it needs to be? You know, like, just freaking tell so and so, such and such. I'm gonna go in with KVD for blush. And so I was just like, why are you making this difficult? Let me let my hand dry. So I finished. I'm like, okay. It wasn't a lot of pages, like 200 something. So I was like, okay. Pacing. I was like, okay, first I'm gonna get to the misunderstanding and then resolution kind of thing like that, which of course it did. Just like a Hallmark movie. And so we're only using this one. I don't remember what this one is called. It'll be in the description. Because this palette in general is Red Meadow 50. Immortal Apple. So the red is Immortal Apple. We're using our fingers. And that's all I'm going to need is whatever's on my finger. Put that up there. And then pat off of my hand because there's no way I'm putting all that in my face. And we see how much is coming off, which is why I'm patting on my hand. Yes, I know I have the little plate that I got from Amazon. I don't feel like cleaning that, so that's still a lot. You know, I pat it off. And so I'm gonna wipe off some that's on my finger that's still wiping off. So I like to go up, so let's blend up. And they have that thing where I guess you go like that kind of thing, which I guess I automatically already did that. And I saw this one yesterday where it goes like that. You'll put it out like that and put it in there for it to lift. But as you see, I've just been doing it automatically. And it dries down after a while. I'm not trying not to go back in because then definitely. But yeah, so I did some reading and then, did I leave the house yesterday? I think I left the house yesterday, Thursday. No, I didn't leave the house Thursday because I had food. I had a shashushka, so I had it for breakfast. Got a snack. I'm trying to think I had some other food, if not. And I had some soup at some point. The soup is good for you. When you know, even though I had a slight cold, you know, you still need broth and things like that. So, we're not using the rest of this. And so, I saw my Thursday, went in Friday, I was like, okay, I'm going out. And so, I wore a dress, it's not hanging up, I think it's the second time I've worn it, so I don't even know. Because if I pulled it out of my storage, so I probably washed it before then. This brown and black kind of sweater dress, but it's long or what have you. My mother called me, she's like, is that 2 pieces? I'm like, no, it's one. Like, how long you had it? I didn't tell her that I wore it to Palooza last year when she was here. She's not going to remember that because it was at night when I went to that. And there's a lot of I had those crazy neighbors at that time, so I'm sure she didn't notice because a lot was going on. You can still see kind of a tinge. So I am going to foundation brush, kind of blend the edges. So even go over a little bit. And then contour. I can put that away now. So that wasn't new. And so basically I went and got, it's a local day. I was like, let me support, I'm supporting local businesses yesterday. So I went, got coffee from Window Coffee Cafe. I want to say the last part is. So on 7th Ave and Camelback. It's over there. It's next to Charlie's. If you know Charlie's, which is a gay bar, it's right next door to there. I understand if you don't know Charlie's, but I live near Melrose Curve, so gay bars up and around that curve. So if you know, you know. So I went there first, got a drink I like, and there's this guy who works there. He has this energy, and he's like, he was just one passing me the drink when it was done. He was like, "So what are you doing today?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just gonna, go get some local pastries over there in Scottsdale, whatever." Because you don't like our pastries. I'm like, no, I do. I just want to try something different. I'm like, dude, chill. I'm like, no, I've had your pastries and they're good, but I'm like, and I even, know what the people who make the pastries. But I'm like, no, dude, chill out. Like, don't ask me the question if you're not gonna like the answer. So I was like, and then I went to East Scottsdale. It wasn't East Scottsdale, but it was East Scottsdale. There's this Jewish bakery, Leora the baker, who I used to get it from the farmer's market downtown until he stopped years ago. And so I don't go see him as much, even though he ships. But I'm like, I live in the same town. Am I really gonna? And so I drove all the way over there. It's pretty much, like I said, is on my way to when I used to work in Scottsdale. It's pretty much that same road. It's just then another 10 minutes, but it feels like forever to get there. And I originally was just getting, I'm going to say it wrong. I'm going to say Sulfagon. I'm saying it wrong, but basically a jelly donut starts with the S. I'll put it on the screen what it says. I just, for the first time, heard how it's supposed to be said yesterday, but I didn't have to say it to them. I just pointed, I'm like, can I have one of those? And then there's a cheese Danish, and I ended up getting cheese Danish. Originally, I was coming for that. So I didn't have to say it, luckily, because I had no idea how to say it. If it wasn't for me looking it up later, and I'm just like, and there's some other people that are already in there, and they're like, yeah, you can go ahead. Because I'm like, there's a lot of you. There's at least 5, 6, 7. I'm like, y'all all together? I'm like, I want one thing. And they're like, no, we're still looking. I'm like, okay, go ahead. I'm like, thank you. I'm sure I'm still there like, what is this lady in here? Thinking, okay, people, I'm supporting. I drove all the way over here. Don't ask some questions, because one of those things is like, since I learned Hebrew and then lost it, and I don't always feel comfortable in Jewish spaces because I'm not Jewish. Just practice, especially high holidays. So I don't tell that information. And so I'm like, okay. And I didn't need to practice my Hebrew or anything like that. That was not the time. So, okay, use bronzer we're gonna go in with. Yeah, let's go in bronzer first. And then we'll set the rest of the face. So I'm like, I just came in, got out. It was kind of, lackluster. I came in, did what I needed to do, and while I drove, and then I sat in my car for a little bit because I'm like, that was a drive. So it was like, let me catch up on, see what's going on in social media, and before I drive back. And then I had reserved a cupcake. I don't remember what the flavor is called. A cupcake for limited time at Sprinkles. So I went and picked up my cupcake. And then she gave me this big bag. I'm like, this big bag for this cupcake that's literally, the box is like this big. She's like, yeah, it's the only size we have. And I'm just like, okay, I'll put other stuff in it. So I put my stuff from the Jewish bakery in that bag too. Because I'm like, I got this big ass bag for this small cupcake. I'm like, y'all need to come up with other sizes. Because normally I just carry, like when I go in and just order right then and there, they don't offer you a bag and they just give you the box. And I'm like, that's all y'all had to do is put a sticker on it saying this person's coming to pick it up. I didn't need this big ass bag. I'm like, y'all might want to work on your you know, some practices on conserving paper. Like, I'm not a big environmentalist or what have you, but like, y'all are wasting. I like how my eyes turned out. Like this, I like that palette because I like, you can do a few different things with this palette. The Natasha Mini Bronze palette. Because I have the Biba and I realized I have not used it in a long time. Because then I went after that, because coming back, I went to Sephora because they had this Give by Gwen Stefani GXVE. Sephora has a sale on top of the sale. So I just went to go see if they had some. Because there's one of them that wasn't showing online on the app. And I was like, okay, maybe it's in person sometimes. And no, they really did not have any of her stuff that was half off. And I'm like, okay. And she had been having the sale before that. So I'm like, I don't even know if they're going to restock. Because I think on her website now, it says go to Sephora on their website. So I'm like, okay. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, her stuff's been on sale for a while. I'm going in with NARS Exhibit A for the top. So it's, okay, I'm just seeing myself. And then I'm going to brush it off of my hand because I don't. There's that. Put that away because we're not adding anymore. And let this set. Like, I don't know how much is left on here from before. So let's. And this is a matte foundation, so I really, in a way, don't even have to. They say it's self-setting. I love in Phoenix. I don't let anything be self-setting. And I have combo oily skin, so. So when it says it's self-setting, I'm like, yeah, even though it's like 66 or something today. And it was cold. What day was it? Yeah, it was cold enough for me to, like I said, I only wore that sweater dress. But it was a thick sweater dress, so I didn't need to wear my cardigan on top of it. But it was definitely chilly yesterday. And things I can't tell because when I walk out of my apartment, the hallway is always colder than it actually is. So I'm just like, since I was like, oh, it is cold. And I walked down the stairs, I'm like, it's not that bad. It was still good to be wearing that dress, but it wasn't that bad. All right, let's set. Let me, before it gets all, okay, let me, the shiny places before I take off this cake. I did charge it last time when I was late. Instead, I charged it and then, did I charge it and then went out? Or I charged it since I got home and then went to bed. So, yeah, because I'm seeing shine right there in my nose. And really today, my only agenda is, I see this spot right there. I'm trying not to dirty up my sponges. What am I doing today? So there's a parade, which I'm guessing is probably over now. Hopefully. The Fiesta Bowl parade. So I was like, I'm not leaving my house. Because most places I go was where a street was blocked off. So I was like, if I'm going away, I'm just staying in my neighborhood. So I'm just planning to go to Walmart because I need a mouse pad with the jelly wrist. I've been to Target twice. They don't have it. I even ended up encountering the AT&T people because I'm like, I'd be trying to avoid them. He's like, how much do you pay for your phone? It's like, okay, well, if we do this, I'm like, a $10 difference. No, I'm good. So I'm like, get away from me, bro. And so when I see them kind of at a corner of my eye, if I need to go anywhere near electronics, I go the back ways. I go towards the TVs and go around. And I was like, damn, I have to go back to where I was for the groceries. So I go through the kids section through the back and then get back to where they are not. I'm like, I shouldn't have to avoid you people in the stores. Like, leave me alone. I kind of told them, like, wasn't planning. You don't need my name. You don't need my ID. Because I'm like, I have no intention. So I'm just letting you know. Okay, so let's do, I'm going to go in here and do a little bit of under eye. And then, where is that? I can use that one. I'll use that one for the crease, so we'll use that one. Crease color. What crease color is that? Tough. Okay, we're going to give this matte one more chance, and we're not doing anything crazy wing-wise. We're just doing simple, so I'm going to use this versus lean forward. And I'm literally just going to kind of like that. And the fact that that is a struggle is why this has been sitting out for me to throw away. Even though it's daytime and I could wear mascara, I could not, but okay, let's do lips. I realize I haven't done lips. I need to sharpen the hell out of this. But yeah, I ended up leaving Sephora and not buying anything whatsoever because I really didn't need anything. It just was sale on top of sale. I was like, I would have gotten that one thing, but like I said, and I'm sanitizing like lip things or what have you. I was gonna bring out a lip brush. I'm trying to think possibility of sanitizing this is. Using this. So I was like, so instead I'm just putting it on here, which of course is a lot now. Yeah, let's go with this sweater. thing about Goonies is you don't have to, you could just be listening to it, and if you're a child from the 80s, you or Gen X, you've seen it enough times, you don't have to watch it, you could just hear it. Because I literally was reciting lines because I know it that well. So, it's not on my teeth. So with that, this is my look for today. Just going to Walmart, returning something to Ross, and then during the best of my favorites of 2024 video, which will be coming shortly. I don't know if it'll be posted before or after this, we'll see. But yeah, everybody have a good day.